This is my next video for the week. I didn't make too many for the week, but like I said, I want to keep this thing going so you guys know that I'm for real. Anyways, it is now Thursday, March 19th, 2015, New York time. And this thing was consolidating for a minute here since the 9th, actually, or the 11th. I would say the 11th. Yeah. So it was consolidating this 4 hour chart. If we kind of zoom out on it a little bit, we can see because it went down. This was last Friday or so, and then it went up a little bit, and then it was consolidating for this is the Australian dollar USD, and then it did dramatic up, and then it come back down. Now, there's a pattern here that I've been speaking of for the past couple of weeks. I said all them pips I made. It's not a fluke, but it's kind of rare because actually I started made those videos on a couple good weeks there because these things were going down. But I did that on purpose because I knew that was going to happen. So anyways, it comes to a point where they go so far, and it was all going up and down and up and down. My other account, that server just, they're done. Their server just is out. And they sent me another email, and I'm like, oh, okay, so they're done. Anyways, this is another account that I opened up, so I don't have all of them set up yet on this one. I haven't done anything on this, but if you notice on these, they was all consolidating, and it was in consolidation mode, and then all of a sudden the other night they started dropping. Now this one's been on kind of a gradual drop. This the Australian dollar, Swiss franc, but this one did the same thing. You see, it was in consolidation mode. This is the Australian dollar USD, and it's real similar looking to the Euro USD. Okay, some of these go in the same patterns, and here's the Euro Japanese yen. And that's what I said about picking your pairs, because when you pick your pairs, you can get to know them. And once you get, it's like getting to know your bank or your, whatever you're doing, you get to know those things. So pick your pairs and start out with, I only had 3 or 4 pairs when I first started out, and I graduated up to being able to get to know a few more. That's a good way to start. And trying don't try to get on there and try to pick 10 pairs and guess what they're gonna do, because you're not gonna make any money. You're gonna lose money. But anyways, these have all been doing the same thing, and this is what I said. These do these little fake out things like it's really going to go somewhere, and it don't, and then it comes back and it consolidates a little bit more, and then it does this fakey thing again, and this time it went all the way up here, and I knew that was going to happen, but it could go either way. But since it was down this time, and this is kind of a pinning up, so you would think it was going to go down. And let me show you something about reading these candles here. Anyways, you see, this candle here was indicating it was going to push up, and this one was indicating. So if you was in right here, this might have faked you out a little bit, indicating that it's going to push down some more. But if you waited for this candle, and that's where you can go back to your hour chart and your 30-minute chart to see actually really what direction, because if you read those candles, sometimes they're completely opposite of what these candles are telling you, pretty much. So that's why you don't want to get confused. You want to work on the same time frame, and that's just, I go off the 4 hour and the daily chart, and I don't have to look at the daily chart too much, because as long as it's below this custom moving average for the last, it only takes 6 candles to make 24 hours. So it's 4 hour time frame. So a person could make a little money off this consolidation stuff, because if you'd got in right there, there's 500 pips a person could have got. And then here's kind of a danger zone when it's right in between, getting close to the line there, to the custom moving average. But on these two candles, but see, it's still a little tricky there. The consolidation mode. Now, the whole time, that's why I don't have anything out on this right now, and that other one's shut down. So, um, but you you don't know whether it's going up or down. Whether it's going to go up or down. So you kind of just wait these things out. Um, but you could have made some money if you'd have had to take profit. That right there. Now remember, this is on a 4 hour chart and it's scrolled back, so you can test this out on your own. That's 1,297 pips right there at least. So if a person could have got 900 to 1,000 pips out of that, it'd be doing great. But remember what I said before too. If you're on the other side of that, okay, and this is why I set high stop losses, because if you're on the other side of that, that's $3,000 down. Now here's the catch. Remember what I said about having margin level. If you've got enough margin level to hang on to that, you could have got all that back. There's actually, you would have gained uh, about 200 pips on that if you'd have had your let's say you had something right. Let's see, if you was on the other side of that, you would have had something right here, probably somewhere in here. Person would have had an order. So you're looking at, you'd be probably about 200 pips down. So you got all that back. And it's the same with all these other ones. So whenever there's like a breakout, sometimes it takes a little longer than that. This has only been, let's see, 8. This has only been about 24 hours or so. Um, so it's something like that, and you got to read the candlesticks, because this one here would have indicated it's pushing up, but this one here, but by that time you're already $3,000 in profit, so you probably already done took profit and don't care, or you're $3,000 in the hole and you're watching your margin level to see if you're gonna have enough money to be able to cover it if it goes up any higher. 'Cause that's, you got to be able to make it so that it don't cut you out on your margin level, because as these things lose money, you're losing margin level, and as soon as it gets down to some of them it's 100, some of them it's 200, something like that, and then, somewhere around that range. So if your margin level gets down that far, then you're going to be out of luck. But anyways, I wanted to point that out, and these all do the same thing, and it's a pattern, and it goes on all the time. See here, it went up. Let me zoom in a little bit. See here, it went up, and that don't look like much, but this is a 4 hour chart, and it was almost 1,500 pips right there that it went up. And what it do? It went back down. Actually added a few pips to it. It went back down 1,800 pips. No, yeah, 1,800 pips. But then recovered and went back up. Now see, all this happened within about 3 days here. There's another 1,600 pips. All this happened within about 3 days. So you can gain a lot on these little consolidation moves. You're just not sure when and where they're going to be able to they're going to do it. Now, if you play it right, if you hedge it, play it right, you can make some money. But hedging will cut down on your profit. But let's say you got in on this. Let's say you decided it was going to go up, and it was right in here somewhere. Okay, we'll say right here. So you get up to I don't know, about 1,400 pips, and you decide, well, you know, because when it moves over to this other candle, see, this other candle is kind of canceling out this one here before it, but the one before it's indicating that it's going to push down. So, and you still don't know. But now remember, you're on the 4 hour chart, you know, so that would be the times that you could go back. You know, you could go back to the hour chart and the 30-minute chart or whatever and start reading those candlesticks to see what it's doing a little bit closer to the time frame. And you know, you just, hey, $1,300, $1,300. So by the time, where was it? Right here. So by the time you looking at the, you know, you're looking at these, and you're already, you know, $1,000 in profit. Let's say $1,000 in profit, which is right here. You know, hey, that's cool. Now, if you're in loss, if you're $1,000 in loss, you're looking at it like, well, I know it's going to come back down to where I'm not going to lose so much money, you know. So you're just watching your margin level. But it depends on how much you can afford to lose. You know, if $1,000 is going to kill you, and you know, what you can do is you can go ahead and cut your losses at $1,000 and then just wait it out. And when it starts to come back down, you can see, you know, you just watch it, and when it starts coming back down, you can catch this trail coming down, you know, because this right here, I mean, it came down plus added a couple of pips. So if you had enough to hang on to that and had your order in right here somewhere over here where you thought maybe it was going to go down instead of up, then you would have gained at least a couple hundred pips in profit. So you would have went from $3,000 down to a couple hundred pips in profit. And all you had to do was wait about a day and a half. So, anyway, that's a good opportunity